You say, ladies and gents, it is your boy BucketHatSam, and yes, we are back again today for another match reaction and analysis. Today it is for Aston Villa versus Chelsea. The game's coming in thick and fast on Boxing Day, so hopefully if you enjoyed my other match reactions analysis, smash that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and leave your comments below on my thoughts and comment your thoughts, because this was a top game. I was really excited for this one. Going into this game, Chelsea, bit of a dip in form, bit iffy recently, not too convincing against the Villa side who have looked unstoppable really under Steven Gerrard. Revitalised, re-energised, a very good side. And the two formations straight away was intriguing. Chelsea going for the standard 3-4-3 system, but without a recognised striker. But more importantly, the Villa decided to combat that with a 4-3-1-2. Jeez, I struggled with that then. But those three midfielders were extremely narrow. Buendia obviously operating in that number 10, he was going out onto the right, he was going out to the left. And then Ollie Watkins drifted slightly towards more that left, and then Danny Ings as the recognised striker, as the number 9. It was an unconventional formation, but I can instantly understand why they did it. I think it was to cancel out Jorginho. Emi Buendia was supposed to stand on Jorginho, block him out, because if you stop Jorginho, you stop the flow of Chelsea's play. And then you look at the rest of the team. It's pretty standard really from Chelsea, but without a recognised striker. And this is, for me, is where Chelsea are going wrong. You saw in the second half when Lukaku came on, he changed the game. I know a lot of people don't think he's done too well, but he got on the score sheet. He kind of shushed the haters today. Looking at the formation, it just doesn't make sense without a striker. You cannot play a 4-3-3 system with a winger playing up top. Pulisic, I felt bad for him. He doesn't know what he's doing up there. He keeps coming short. You'd think with his pace he'd be running the channels, but he didn't at all. He was coming short, and then you got Mason Mount coming short. It's like having so many number 10s. It was just poor from Chelsea, really. And then they gave away that stupid goal right at the start when Matt Targett put the cross in. And I think that was Reece James' fault entirely. Before we talk about Mendy, Reece James wasn't tight to his man. He was reluctant to press the cross. I don't understand it. He was caught in no man's land. Either you go out to it or you stay where you are. He kind of took a few steps forward. It was really odd. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. And then we talk about Mendy. Mendy again, it's a similar mistake to the Masuaku goal against West Ham. What is he doing? He's got two hands to the cross. I don't understand how he hasn't caught that or even parried it over. It's very slow reactions, and is this a recurring theme? Mendy being caught off guard. It might just be me. It might have happened twice, and this is a recency thing, but it's a recent thing. But I'm not sure. He's starting to look a bit iffy recently. I know him and Martinez and Mendy, both of these players got Fans Player of the Year this year. Both haven't had a great season. Martinez again had a bit of a stinker today, conceding 3 goals. I can get 2 of them were penalties, but I don't think he was too great today. Even with his distribution, I thought his distribution constantly was really poor today. Now we'll talk about the Villa, sorry. I get why they played Emi Buendia. As I said, it was to stand on Jorginho, but he didn't do it. I thought Emi Buendia did absolutely nothing. He didn't offer anything. In that number 10, you have to get on the ball, and he just didn't do that. You look at him overall, he played 75 minutes. He lost the ball. You ready for this? Possession lost 15 times. That's not good enough for a number 10. You can't do that as a number 10. So yes, he was getting on the ball, but he was just giving it away. I didn't get it. It did not work in that formation, and I wasn't too pleased with it. And not only that, when you've got players like Watkins and Danny Ings, I don't understand. Chelsea were playing such a high line. There was so much space. They're reluctant to play the ball over the top and run the channels. I did not get it. We know Mendy. We've seen it earlier in the game. He doesn't look confident. So I don't understand why they didn't loft the ball forward. They're trying to play his passing style of play, and it's similar to what I've said in other games recently. Teams are reluctant to be direct, whereas Chelsea do that. Chelsea do that quite a lot. Yes, sometimes it is very same, and it's just passing, and then occasionally they'll whip the ball in quite early, and as you saw that with the Lukaku second goal, Lukaku changed the game when he came on. I thought he was great today. I think he shushed, as I said, a lot of the haters, and I think a lot of the people who have said he's a flop, including myself, you may have just proved us wrong. Now he's back fit. If he can play like he did there, I thought he was great. I thought Tyrone Mings was, that positioning for that cross was awful. First of all, standing on Lukaku, you stand touch tight, you battle him. Mings is a big lad, he can do that. Not only that, he didn't even go for the header. He turned his back. I don't understand what he's trying to do if he's trying to lean into him, but leaning into Lukaku is not going to do anything. The guy's a machine, he flicks it on, it's a really nice header. Martinez stood still, there's nothing really Martinez could do with that. It's a great header, great cross from Callum Hudson-Odoi, who I thought, actually after a poor start to the game, I thought when he was on that left, I like him. When he cuts in on his right foot, I really like him. He kind of did Matty Cash the entire game. I thought Matty Cash had a difficult game. You can see he struggled, but against Hudson-Odoi, and Marcos Alonso, probably the two most attacking players in that side, coming down on that left. You've got to feel for him, especially when he's got no cover. That's the problem when you play the narrow midfielders. Your fullbacks are going to be pressed and they're going to be hit with two players, constant overlap. So that's the bit I didn't get. I think they'd be more suited if they'd gone for a 5-4-1. A 4-5-1. And then that number 10 in Buendia can drop down then into the holding or like right into the centre. I don't know. I get the idea what they were trying to do, but I just don't think it hit perfectly because really they had one shot on target all game. When you've got two strikers on the pitch, that's really poor, especially against the Chelsea side, in which defensively, without Thiago Silva when he went off, I always think they look a bit vulnerable. But to be fair, Reece James filled in at centre back really well. We've got to talk about Jorginho. What a player. The guy literally controls the game. 75 touches in that game. He was just spraying it around like it was absolute nothing. Made 63 passes and scored 2 goals. It's kind of a perfect performance really from him. You know exactly what you're going to do and that's what he's going to do. So I don't understand why teams can't cut it out. It might be now because he's just too good. But Emi Buendia should have just stayed on him. One player I'd like to say from the Villa who I thought was exceptional today was Morgan Sanson, a player we haven't seen much of in the Dean Smith era when they signed him from Marseille. It was Marseille. It was a player who I was really excited for. We haven't seen much of him. I thought today he was great, mainly defensively, because that's what he was doing. He was constantly going down that right, following Marcos Alonso to help Matty Cash. He was being drawn out. But I thought he had a very good game. A player I'm quite excited for. Hopefully we see a bit more of him. But I think what the Villa need to do is what they were doing before was working. I don't understand why they changed the formation. I think they've got to just... They're good enough now to take games to other sides rather than sitting back. I don't get it. I thought Tyrone Mings, constantly making errors. I've said it before. He's done it in weeks and weeks for weeks. When is he going to get dropped? We saw it with Dean Smith. Dean Smith dropped him at the end of his time. Give players like Tuanzebe. We know Tuanzebe's a very good defender, so I don't understand why we don't try. Why they don't try Tuanzebe. I don't get it. I don't get why they don't do it. It baffles me. But I think now Tuchel will have watched this game and will understand they're crying out to play their striker every week. Now, hopefully Lukaku's back fit and he can play there every week because you saw how much he changed that side. They look so much more clinical. And I want to give out a shout out as well to Chabala. I thought he was great again today. Rudiger was class. N'Golo Kante was good. I thought Mason Mount was... I don't know. He didn't really seem to get on the ball that much. He didn't really seem to do much. I prefer him when he's kind of operating as more of a free role when you see him all over the pitch, whereas today he kind of stuck to that right hand side, a bit more rigid from them. But again, it wasn't a poor performance. Pulisic, I said to you, I felt bad for him. But yeah, overall guys, I think Lukaku changed the game. I think that's the difference when you have a clinical world-class striker. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hopefully you enjoyed the game. I thought it was class. BucketHatSam, over and out. Thank you, goodbye.